Hi beauties, let's get right into this. Get ready with me. I have nothing on my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my usual color corrector and in all the hyper pigmented areas, especially under my eyes and around my muzzle area. And then I'm gonna add my primer. Today I didn't feel like getting my hands that dirty, so I used this old foundation brush to blend this all into my skin. I do have to use my fingers for under the eyes because I just do. I don't know why. All right, so moving on to the brows, I'm just brushing through with this dual-ended pencil by Kiss. It's called Top Brow, and I'm actually dipping it into e.l.f. cream liner in the color Coffee, but you can't really see that here. But I did show you in another video. I guess I could link it there. That way you can watch it if you wanted to. Alright, so after I diffuse the color of the pencil, of the liner, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. So I'm using Fawn here for under the brow, and I'm blending that out with my small, is that a concealer brush? My small blending / concealer brush from BH Cosmetics. And then for the top, I'm using Toast, which is closest. Yeah, Toast or Toffee? I think it's Toffee, y'all. Which is closest to my skin color right there, or foundation color. Using the same brush, I'm blending that out, and then I'm taking the color down from my eyebrows to over my eyelid. It's sped up, so it looks like I'm being rough. I'm really not. So I'm using the Black Opal Loose Powder in the shade Medium. I usually use this under my eye, and you'll see me use it later. But right now I'm just using it as my brow bone highlight. And then I'm using my CoverGirl Queen bronzer in the color Ebony Bronze as my transition color. And this is my usual bronzer that you'll see me use later. So here I guess I decided to show you what I was using, which is that dark brown right there. And it's struggling onto my eyes for whatever reason, but we're gonna work with it. I don't know if the palette is getting old or something, but the color is hard to work with. I'm getting the shape and make sure that I'm even. And I'm just taking a blending brush that I cut into a more tapered shape with no product on it, and I'm just blending that color out, diffusing the color. Now I'm taking the same fawn that I used a second ago under my brow to carve out almost like a little cut crease deal. But this eye is more hooded than the other one, so the more I tried, the more messed up it got. So I'm just taking my concealer brush, trying to go in and clean up as best as I can. And then I'm obviously gonna try to make the other side, match this side. And then I just fill in the empty lid space with concealer, which I might have omitted. Oh, there we go, filling it in. Okay, whatever. And I'm gonna add a brown, one of these 5 browns, 6 browns, I don't know. Basically, I tried it and it was like my skin tone, but a little bit of shimmer. And that's exactly what I wanted, so I went with that. So using a flat shader brush, I'm just packing that color on top of the concealer that I just laid down. The concealer makes it stick, so it kind of stands out a bit more and looks a little bit stark. So after that, right here, I'm gonna take that same brown on that same blending brush that I cut and try to blend the dark brown into the flesh tone brown that I just laid down. Now the usual eyeliner. I am not doing a wing, a cat wing, a bat wing, nothing like that. I'm just regular liner, best as I can. And guys, I'm trying to use my MAC stuff up so I can return it and get my back to MAC. But you see the struggle here? This is so ashy, and for whatever reason it's not covering my scars. And I used to love my MAC foundation, but now the color is off. My skin is super duper textured, so it's like it don't want to cover. See me here trying to go back in with the color corrector and like, you know, pounce it in with a foundation brush to see if I can get it to conceal a little bit more. I tried going in with the beauty blender and adding a little more product that way to see if I could get it to deposit a bit more color. I mean, it was coming. After that, I was like, you know what, whatever, we gonna just make it do what it do. So here I'm going on to highlight / conceal. So I'm using that same toffee from above my brow and adding the fawn to it from beneath my brow or on my brow bone, whatever you want to call it. You know, just to get a nice intermediary tone. And I'm gonna use that same old foundation brush and stipple that in. I mean, it is a stippling brush, so whatever. I used to use it for foundation. Now I'm just kind of taking the product and spreading it in the areas that I would like to highlight, because I usually don't like a stark 4-head, 5-head highlight. Now I'm using my current foundation brush with the residual foundation to blend out the edges of that highlight. I think that's a powder, a Zuri powder. That's a weird color for me, but I'm laying that down as my contour and then using the same foundation brush, I'm just pinching it and trying to blend it out because I think I didn't like it. So back to that black opal finishing powder, that loose powder in the shade medium. You see how I usually use it is to highlight or set my highlighted areas. I'm not a baker. This is a no bake cheesecake. We're just pressing it in. And now I'm using that same bronzer from in my transition color, the CoverGirl Queen. And yeah, that one here got gel on it, y'all, and it was just like it had a mind of its own. It was making me nuts. Contouring the jawline, powdering my face as usual. Again, I'm using my MAC. This one didn't turn out too bad. I want to say this was my studio finish. After I put my hairline back where it's supposed to be, you know, fix the hairs and whatnot, then I'm gonna try to apply these lashes. These lashes, boy. Oof. All right, so here goes the struggle. I had to just cut it out because it was so bad. So let me see if I can show you a little bit better. So I applied the glue onto the lash and I gave it a couple seconds where I don't know if you saw me blowing it or fanning it or whatever I was doing. Then I applied it to the center. So from there I took my little tweezer and I applied the outer edge and then the inner edge, and now I'm pressing the whole length of the eyelash together. That lash won't let me be great. Trying to work with it. All right, so now I'm just shading in my bottom lash line. Literally, like, I'm not even pressing hard. And then I'm using a shader, a smudger brush with that same dark brown on it, and putting a little bit of black right there in the outer corner just to smoke out the look a little bit, not too much. And I'm putting a little bit of highlight because the people don't like when I look casket ready, which I love the matte look, but whatever. And I was trying to be fancy here, but then I eventually just like gave up and applied the highlighter with my finger like I usually do, and then blend it out from there. I usually prefer it that way. Oh, that lash. Anyways, so after putting on my chapstick, I'm gonna go in with this Kiss by Ruby Kisses matte lipstick that you get at the beauty supply for $2.99, and it's the fuchsia color, and I'm lining with Night Moth by MAC. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna do, y'all. So if you like this video, watch the lash. Oh my god, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Look around, you might like some stuff, and then subscribe. Catch you in the next video. Bye.